9 or more engines, that's a lot of mass. And that mass savings actually helps us increase Starship's efficiency and the amount of payload that we're able to deliver to space and to Mars with Starship. But before we get to Mars, we still have a lot of important and critical development work to do, and it's flight tests like today's that help us do just that. Needless to say, the Raptor teams here in Hawthorne are very excited for today's flight and to see their hard work fly, just like all of our Starship teams are today for Flight 8. So Dan and Kate, back to you for some more info on Flight 8.
Thanks, Chris. You mentioned development. Let's talk about things that we learned from our last Starship mission. In January, Flight 7 of Starship generated lots of important data. That data led us to change some of our pre-flight testing for today's flight.
Hello.
A major find from
Hey guys,
Flight
thanks
7
for
detection of a
joining us for this
stronger during flight than anything we had seen during testing.
big anticipated Flight 8 test for Starship. I hope everything goes well today. It was a scrub earlier this week, but I believe today have a goal for the ship, go for the weather, go on the weather and everything else. So let's see how that goes. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hi to us in the chat. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching again. Let me know how the if you can hear me good.
Was 10 times longer than any previous static fire. The test cycled through throttle levels to recreate different conditions.
18 minutes to go. Countdown is
we also tested hardware changes on fuel feed lines to Raptor's vacuum engines.
The additional data we got from this test specifically led to some new hardware that's installed in the RVAC fuel feed lines, which are also unique to this upgraded version of ship. Those feed lines look like large straws. They run through the oxygen tank, and those are delivering fuel directly to those vacuum engines. The new hardware was successful in significantly lowering the strength of that harmonic resonance and relieving the extra stress on the prop system. And then just in addition to new hardware, we made a couple of operational tweaks, adjusting things like the temperature of the propellant as it's being fed to the engines, also changing the throttle level that we're setting those engines at on ascent.
We also looked at where fires broke out in the attic, which is the unpressurized space between the bottom of the ship's liquid oxygen tank and the engine heat shields. Fires here resulted in loss of ship on flights 2 and 7, so we took steps to make it more resilient to leaks. We added a hefty
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Similar to the carbon dioxide system on the booster, it floods the zone with an inert gas to help prevent a fire.
Yeah, we also increased the attic's just natural fire defense. We added some more vent holes that helps to keep that attic pressure close to vacuum as Starship flies into space, makes it harder for a fire to ever exist. And then on the next generation ship, we're going to do the best thing possible and just start deleting some parts.
Yeah, the best part is no part.
The next generation of ship is going to use Raptor 3 engines, which are going to reduce that attic volume, and they're also going to eliminate most of the joints on the engines themselves that can leak into the space.
In the end, these changes represent the core of our test program. We fly hardware in a real-world environment, learn from the data, make updates, and fly again.
Highly anticipated launch.
And then today we're going to be attempting to do everything that we didn't get to do on Flight 7. So we're still looking to get our first re-entry with the upgraded ship.
All right, they're going to try to
we're going to
deploy
be really intentionally stressing it again to get data on what the vehicle's
Starlink
boundaries are.
Satellites,
so,
like
everything we've got
mock-ups
ahead
of
of
that.
us, as always, starts with liftoff, and that's
And
super heavy,
the,
igniting those 33 Raptor engines.
That's what's going to happen today.
Here at
They're
Starbase
explaining
for that initial ascent. All 33 will burn for the first roughly 2 minutes before we get into hot staging.
All right.
For hot staging, the second stage.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget. Hello, C Master. How are you doing?
The first
Thanks
stage
for watching.
Will create that stage separation. The booster will perform.
All right, let's see if today they're going to be a success flight, right, for the Starship.
Then we will hopefully
I hope it's not going to blow like the last time.
Meanwhile, ship completes its ascent burn, gets into its suborbital trajectory. We've got some extra
the plan
things
is to
like
land right on the Indian Ocean.
One of the Raptor engines, one of the sea level engines, before we get into re-entry.
Yeah, that re-entry phase will test multiple experiments, including missing heat shield tiles, metallic tiles, and loading the vehicle's
Again, it's
flaps.
just a test
The
flight,
ship
right?
will then
They're gonna
perform a
test
flip
and
maneuver
check
and, hopefully
for
achieve a
stress in
soft
the
landing
ship
as
and
we have seen
everything.
Before. We've got some buoy
I don't
cams
know when they're
stationed
gonna
out
do
there
the
to give
first
us
launch
great
with
daylight views of that splashdown in
astronauts
the
on
Indian
board.
Ocean.
Yeah, it's a lot, but again,
I believe
we're really
next year.
focused on finding what are the real world limits of Starship. We're doing it in this very remote area to find those limits before we get ready to return ship to the launch site and eventually catch it. And a lot of the upgrades we made to get to this version of ship are going to enable that.
Yeah, man, that's going to be exciting to see ship catch.
It's going to be wild.
Now, Ship 7 premiered a huge block of upgrades to add more capability to Starship, and we've carried them through
15 minutes,
to test
14 minutes
on
to go.
Flight 8 today. First, the forward flaps got a redesign. They have shrunk and shifted away from the ship's belly or the heat shield. You can see that on your screen there.
Hey, see, Master, where are you watching from?
Reduce their exposure to heating during re-entry. We've also extended the length of Starship, and we've done this by 2 meters. This additional height gives us about 25% more propellant volume, which will aid in future longer duration missions.
Don't forget to like and
implemented
share
propulsion
and
upgrades, such as
subscribe
new
this
fuel
live
feedline
stream.
system for the Raptor vacuum engines, as well as vacuum jacketing of feed lines and an improved propulsion avionics module.
And you've heard us talk, a lot of the experiments we're running today are focused on reentry. We're intentionally removing a whole bunch of tiles all over Starship itself in this missing
Beautiful
tile test.
view.
They're removed in critical areas this time, including over those propellant tanks, around some of the flaps, as we're really looking to use
Gulf
this flight to
of
push
America,
Starship's
South
capabilities.
Texas.
If we're not resilient to a missing tile
Look at that
and
ship.
the
That's
backup ablative underneath, we need to know that.
Titles,
We
all
also
the
test a couple of
titles.
different tiles on Starship, some metallic ones, one of which has some active
Again,
cooling
like
built
he's
into
explaining, it's
Avionics
they're
also
testing different
underwent
titles.
a complete redesign with 4 upgraded Starlink terminals. You can see the location there popping up on your screen. Those now combine Starlink navigation and radio frequency, as well as communications into a single unit. And non-structural versions of the ship's catch fittings have been installed to test thermal performance, i.e. do they survive re-entry, along with smoothed and tapered edge on the tile line to address hotspots we covered and saw.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to let us know where you're watching from.
Sensors on the tower.
Say hi to us in the chat.
As we're just looking at
we have
different ways
a friend
to
C
measure
Master
distance
with
between
us
the arms
today.
and a vehicle. These ones are actually protected, but kind of
anybody
a
watching from from Brazil? Anybody watching from US?
A little different from catching a booster. One of the key things is it's going to do that flip right before its landing burn that rapidly reorients your antennas, which you're using for navigation.
Thanks,
so
Brumik, for this being a new subscriber to the channel.
Ship and tower
Andrew,
for the catch.
Mateus,
and in another first,
Paul,
Starship will deploy 4
Jay,
Starlink
thanks for
simulators.
subscribing.
They are similar in size to our next
Jay
generation
Lee, thank
Starlink
you.
satellites. Starship will have the ability to deploy our advanced V3 Starlink satellites, which will help further Starlink's impact in the coming years as we work to expand access to high-speed internet all around the world.
Each Starlink V3 launch is planned to add about 60 terabits per second of capacity to the Starlink network. To give you some perspective, that's about
10
20
minutes,
times
11
the
minutes to go,
capacity
11 and a half.
we're adding right now with every V2 mini launch on a Falcon 9. Those Starlink simulators that we're going to deploy.
I'm excited for this launch. It's going to be a big one because they're going to
Starship itself.
deploy,
They're expected
right?
to demise upon entry. Starship's trajectory looks super similar to our last couple of flights.
That's the
Splashdown
CGI
was
of
targeted for
the test
Indian
flight
Ocean.
today. They're going to try
And on
to
top of all of that,
deploy
again, we are planning to
some,
relay one Raptor engine while in space.
Starlink's
mock-ups
mock-ups
on the in-space burns and show Starship is capable of deorbiting.
Speaking of deorbiting, thanks to Starlink, one of the hallmarks of the Starship missions are the incredible views that we get throughout flight, and especially during re-entry, as evidenced by many a phone and desktop background around here. Yeah. Every day, we're working to expand the Starlink network both on Earth and in space. For how this all connects us to the big mission, let's head back to Chris.
Thanks, Kate. Personally, I love all those epic views of the plasma wrapping around Starship during re-entry. Can't wait to see that later today. And fans of Starship may know that Starlink enables us to bring you lots of unprecedented views, both from space and here on Earth. Starlink is the world's largest satellite constellation operating in low Earth orbit today to deliver high-speed, low-latency broadband internet and connectivity, specifically for missions like Starship today. And as you can see on your screen, Starlink brings us many other views because of its capabilities. In addition to the dozens of cameras on Starship itself, we have mobile camera kits with Starlink deployed in the Indian Ocean, which is what you're seeing some footage of right now on your screen from a previous mission. You'll notice the Starlink mini dish in the foreground here as Starship lands in the background. Just what an image that captured from an earlier flight. Now, Starlink also connects our aerial and cinematography units on the ground at Starbase, which will help us deliver the incredible drone shots leading up to launch today. And here on your screen, you can actually see us moving the flaps, preparing Starship for flight, making sure all of the aero surfaces that need to move
beautiful
during
view.
flight can do so in the way that
the weather is great down there.
Now, on Starship itself, Starlink will enable Starship today to stream
more
than 120 megabits per second of real-time, high-definition video and telemetry in every phase of flight, including views like you're seeing right now of those flaps moving.
Less than 10 minutes to
This
go.
not only helps provide those views, but it also helps give our engineers an incredible amount of data to help us rapidly and iterate across all parts of the system as we move through our development program. And all of the streaming data today will definitely be put to good use with the more than 30 cameras on the vehicle for flight. But providing epic views is sort of a side quest for Starlink. Its main job is obviously to provide internet access for people around the world, many of whom who have never had connectivity before. Now, today, Starlink serves more than 125 countries, territories, and other markets with over 5 million active customers and counting. And there are just so many inspiring ways that people are using Starlink all around the world and in space.
Thanks
and
for watching.
Today, in a few minutes, everyone will get to see more inspiration about what our future in space looks like. And Dan and Kate, how are we looking for Starship's flight today?
Thanks, Chris. We are looking forward to those
8
views
minutes
as
to go.
well. In fact, we're getting ready to launch Starship in just over 8 minutes. Now, as for a couple status updates, working no major issues on the vehicle. Range is emerald green, you could say. Everything looks great in terms of the sea and airspace here in the Gulf of America, as well as
Everything
in
is
the
go
Indian Ocean.
for
Of course,
launch.
we want to make sure both areas are clear as the ship will be splashing down in the Indian Ocean while the booster is going to be coming back to us at the launch site just a couple miles behind Dan and I. Weather, you could call it a silver lining that we had to delay from Monday because holy moly,
it was
visibility
windy.
is 1,000 times better today, and it's going to make for some really great views. Now, leading up to today, we did stack the vehicle later last night. Flight controllers reported to their consoles earlier today. The site was cleared and the range team was deployed.
That's right. And
beautiful view from the
have happened just throughout
coast of
the
Texas,
day, aligning
Gulf
our
of
guys,
America.
Navigation control, getting all the tanks ready for prop load, which has about 4 minutes left to go. You can see us almost topping out on ship, getting ready to top out on booster. And then it also includes getting all the ground support systems checked out, ready to go. Chopsticks were demated, did their wiggle test in advance of their upcoming catch opportunity. So as I just said, prop load's ongoing. We've got a little over about 4 minutes left until, or about 4 minutes. What's 7 minus 4? 4 minutes until we get to closeouts on ship and on booster. We did just hear that the range did pull again green. So we're not tracking any issues right now. Bottom line, things are looking great for launch at the top of our window at 5:30 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, very exciting. Now, once again, we are attempting to catch the booster at the launch tower.
Oh yeah, they're going to catch the booster
today,
again.
it will be the third ever booster catch. This is an aspect that I really enjoy, and it's how the vehicle announces that it is back.
It lets you know.
Oh yeah, this comes in an audible sonic boom in the area around the return
Imagine
location,
catching
which
a
occur when the booster
30-story
slows down from traveling at supersonic
building.
speeds. Similar sonic booms were heard during the return and landing of NASA's space shuttle.
Yes,
it's crazy. It's amazing.
Unique to vehicles returning.
That ship
from space.
is really
Kind of
big.
A hallmark of reusable systems
it's
like
difficult
our
for us
Falcon 9
to
rocket and
understand the
Falcon
size
Heavy.
of it because
General impact to those in the surrounding area.
when
is
you
that
see
brief
images of the
thunder-like
ship
noise.
with
We've been
some
fortunate enough to be here for all of them
technicians
so
there on the
far.
tower,
They definitely let
but
you know the vehicle's coming. Here's a little bit about
when
what
the
it's like to
camera zoom
experience.
out, you can see that the guys are really small comparing to the size of the ship. It's amazing. Look at that view. I think that was from Flight 7. Yep. Oh, wow. That sonic boom. Amazing. Look at that thing. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
And as someone who grew up hearing those sonic booms as the shuttles landed in Florida, and now hearing them for Falcon and Starship as well, they really are something to experience. And when you hear them, you just know it's a spaceship telling everyone that it wants to be reused. Great sounds. So as you can hear, the room is getting excited here in Hawthorne. The crowd eager to see Starship fly, as you can see. And here, now behind me in our flight control room here in Hawthorne, you can see some of our folks on console. They're assisting the flight controllers.
Everyone is excited for the Flight 8.
All of Starship's various systems, including its avionics and those Raptor engines we talked about a little bit earlier. So Dan and Kate, with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock, let's hit it back to you at Starbase.
All right, 4 minutes.
Watch Starship lift off today.
Almost there.
Thanks so much, Chris. Now, if you're just joining us, we're now just about 4 minutes until the liftoff of the 8th test flight of Starship. As we reported earlier, range and weather are both very green, super green, if you will, and everything is looking good. Propellant loading continues to happen. We're going to be closing out very soon on both stages of Starship.
Thanks for watching. Again, if you're watching here for the first time, say hi to us in the chat.
See that closeout.
Let us know where you're watching
about
from.
30 seconds on ship, so that's both the main and the header tanks.
Drone view.
And then about 30
the
seconds later on booster. Once prop load is complete, we got just shy of 1 million pounds of liquid propellant. That's liquid oxygen, liquid methane onto both vehicles. All of our ground systems will do what's called pushbacks. They'll clear all those feed lines. We're not continuously replenishing the propellant on board Starship or super heavy. That's why we essentially have several minutes where we can hang out at that T-minus 40 hold point before we start to run into issues with temperatures or just those LOX levels, or that LOX level on the booster is one of the main things that we watch. So we're also going to do a couple of final checkouts. We'll do one final one of the thrust vector control, the TVCs on the booster. We'll see them hopefully do a little bit of a wiggle test. The first one comes at about 1:40 seconds before launch, and then the last one comes right as we pass that T-minus 40 gate. Again, if we need to hold, which we held a couple of times on Monday, we can do so at that T-minus 40 second. We're not currently tracking any issues that would hold us there. But if we do run into that, we can hang out for a couple minutes.
That would be the point in the countdown, as we mentioned on Monday. That T-minus 40 second point is when we can pause to hold for final checkouts or pressurizations if necessary. But once we pass that T-minus 40 second mark, a number of things are going to occur in rapid succession. The ground spin and ignition systems will come up to flight pressure. The ship goes to internal power. And after that, the quick disconnect or QD arm lockout. That's removed in preparation for retraction shortly after T0. Once we pass T-minus 40 seconds, as we saw on Monday, we had the ability to recycle the count under certain conditions back to that T-minus 40 second mark and hold there to assess what happened and if we're able to proceed to T0.
And like we said, that we can hang out at T-minus 40 for several minutes before we start running into some limits, essentially. On our propellant on board. There are a couple of other things, like if we pass the T-minus 10 second point and the water starts to flow in that flame deflector and we scrub, that's automatic scrub for the day. Oh, there's our TVC, our thrust vector control checkout. It's got a little bit of a wiggle there on those inner Raptor engines, those 13 inner ones, which are going to be used for that boost back burn and the landing burn. So cool to see those.
Yeah. I love that shot. We don't have that on Falcon. And it's just so cool to see really the business end of the super heavy booster.
Let's go.
Ten seconds away from that T-minus 40 hold. We'll see.
40 seconds. And holding.
All right, we are going to hold at T-minus 40. We're watching the temperatures on the ship right now for the ship fuel. Sounds like they're working through that. We might be able to release that hold shortly.
Not again, man. Let's do it.
All right, sounds like we're going to be able to reset those holds, not tracking any other holds.
Yeah, let's go.
And clock is rolling.
30 seconds. Come on.
And the clock is
Let's
rolling
go.
once again.
Let's hear.
We're now T-minus 30 seconds till the liftoff of the
Contact
8th
one,
flight of Starship.
Go for launch.
Our flight director, Joe Schleicher, today is go for launch.
Oh my God.
Let's listen in as he takes us through the final seconds of the count.
All right, 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, 8,
Minus 8,
7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
and booster. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Vehicle pitching down range.
All engines running. All 33 engines running.
Booster average pressure nominal.
Good engines.
All right, we're a little over 40 seconds into the flight. We are
Booster
seeing
shift,
33
power
out of
telemetry nominal.
33 Raptor engines ignited.
Woohoo!
Boosters
Beautiful
pushing
view.
us downrange over the Gulf. Next milestone coming up in just under 10 seconds is going to be max Q, that max aerodynamic pressure.
Max Q.
Amazing. All right, let's hope
so
for
we're through max Q. That's
success launch today.
The heaviest stresses it's kind of seeing on the way up. Wow, that was pretty incredible.
I'm still recovering. That was amazing. Beautiful views
Wow,
of the
amazing.
vehicle on ascent, pitching downrange away from the launch tower.
Next thing coming up is
33
hot
good
staging.
engines.
So we're going to look for 6 engines to ignite on ship while we're still attached to the top of the booster. We'll see all but those 3 center engines shut down on booster.
We're hearing the initial call that we are go for booster catch back here at
Okay.
the launch tower.
Oh my God, it's gonna be amazing to see that catch again.
Coming up now on hot staging, the ship's engines will ignite while still attached to the Super Heavy booster, and also while Super Heavy
We are
booster will
live.
still be under power itself.
Watching the Flight 8 test launch.
The clamps holding the 2 stages together are going to release,
Starship launch.
and
Flight
Starship
8.
second stage engines will
Booster engine
ignite.
cut off.
All right, engine cut off.
Ship engine startup.
Booster separation.
Stage separation.
2 engines.
Boost back burn startup.
I don't see it. It's 2 engines.
There we go.
Okay, on the second stage, all
Ship
the engines
all
are
6 Raptors ignited.
good.
We're doing that boost back burn. Looks like
On
we
the
got
first
11 of the
stage.
13 that we command for
Cool.
that.
Yeah,
So
11
that's gonna start
engines are-
sending the
2
booster
engines
back. We are
fail.
still go for booster return, even
All right,
with
let's
2
see.
Raptors out during that boost back. We can do a full duration one.
Yeah,
But
chamber pushes nominal.
looks like we got a ship, 6 engines heading into space.
yeah. On
And
the
then we got a
second
booster
stage,
hopefully on our way back
good.
to Starbase. How's everything
2
going in
engines
Hawthorne,
fail.
Chris?
On
Everything
the
is looking good. The crowd
first
eagerly
stage.
followed that ascent and now watching the booster coming back. So as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen here, that is ship
Ship avionics
continuing.
power
And
function
that's a
up.
great view of ship continuing on its way to space. They're looking, that's inside
Wow,
the camera,
beautiful.
inside the aft skirt, looking at the Raptor vacuum and the sea level engines. The sea level ones there in the center of your screen under our T+ clock. You can see our
Thanks,
boost
guys. Thanks
back
for
burn.
watching.
We're down to 3 engines on the boost back
Say
burn.
hi to us in the chat.
And
Let us
you
know
can
where you're
see
watching
ship
from.
on the right-hand side of that telemetry with
watching
6 engines lit, continuing its
Starship
ascent to orbit, already over 100 kilometers
Flight
in
test 8.
altitude. The booster 87 kilometers in altitude and continuing its trek right now back to the landing site and catch site. There's
Boost back shut down.
and we just heard a good call out for boost back shutdown. The next thing we should see on our screen is the separation of the hot stage from the Super Heavy booster. We jettison that because we do not need it for the landing, but on future iterations of the Super Heavy, that hot stage ring will be incorporated into the booster, and we will get it back.
We're going to hear that
but
sonic
for today,
boom.
You can see it on the right-hand side of your screen there, just separating off of from the right-hand side of the booster. You can also see the booster doing its liquid oxygen dump there, which is exactly what we would expect for it to do as the booster gets itself configured for the landing here. Now, meanwhile, Starship will continue to coast after it reaches orbit for about 40 minutes or so, up to an altitude of 214 kilometers, but it's still got a ways to go there, currently accelerating past 7,500 kilometers per hour there in velocity. And just look at those great views of the booster coming back. The Gulf coastline there just looks absolutely gorgeous.
Starship is on a nominal trajectory.
All right.
And there we hear nominal trajectories all around. And Dan and Kate, we're at 5 minutes, 15 seconds
Everything
here.
Looking good.
Into the flight. Everything looking good for the Super Heavy and for Starship today. What's it like there at Starbase as we get ready to catch?
It was incredible, Chris, to be able to see the mock diamonds with my own eyes. That was amazing. We are standing by for return of booster back to the launch tower. We have heard that we are go for the catch of the booster.
Yeah, this coming from one of our long-range tracking cameras. We're able to see the hot stage separate and fly away. So coming up in just about 30 seconds, we're going to look for the landing burn. We're going to command those 13 inner and middle ring engines.
Let's see if the 13 engine's going to...
13
two of them failed, right?
Off all of that velocity as we're slowing down from supersonic speeds, eventually moding down to only 3 engines for that precision flight into the tower.
Wow.
Right now, booster using its 4 hypersonic grid fins to help guide itself through this atmospheric entry back for its precision landing at the launch site.
Stories building, coming down fast.
Again, we're going to ignite first the center 13 engines. We should see that coming up here momentarily.
Oh, one failed.
Engines in startup.
One failed, but
this is going to come down to 3 engines as the booster slows down for its landing.
Wow.
And we just heard the sonic boom.
Come on, let's go. Catch.
Incredible sight to see the Super Heavy booster gliding down into the chopstick arms once again.
That is great. Just amazing.
Stuck the landing.
Wow. That will never get old.
All right. We saw 12 out of 13 light for that landing burn. Booster still able to make its way with that final precision burn on the 3 engines into the tower catch. So booster caught.
It was about this time, right, when they on the
still
flight
got 6
7
Raptors burning.
that the
Those
second
are going to
stage
continue
blew up
for about another minute until we'll get to the Starship engine cutoff. Really cool view. Again, a million shout outs to all of our avionics team who make these cameras possible for us. That's looking right down inside essentially the skirt area of ship, where you can see a pretty good view of all 6 Raptors, especially those 3 inner ones, one of which we're going to hopefully relight a little bit later.
Oh no. That's not good.
And we just saw some engines go out.
That's not good. It's going to blow.
It looks like we are losing attitude control of the ship.
It's going to blow. Again. It's going to blow. Look at that. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. It's going to break. It's going to break again. It's going to break again.
Ship FTS is saved.
That's not good.
So we're still getting video down from the ship. You can see we've lost several engines and we've lost attitude control of the vehicle.
That's not good, guys. Come on. That's not good. That's lost. It's going to break. Yep. It's going to break apart. That's it. Still.
So we'll continue to stick with it.
coming back, but I think that thing's gonna just...
For those of you that just recently joined us, we had a successful liftoff of the 8th test flight of Starship, followed by a successful stage separation. We saw the booster, actually, you can see it just behind us here.
Some data
the booster
coming
had
back,
a successful catch back at the tower. Unfortunately, it seems as though we lost the attitude control of the ship. We are standing by as we listen in with the teams on the nets to understand what information we're able to provide you. We will provide that as soon as we are able, but it's
that's not good. Doesn't look
pretty
good.
Incredible to take a moment and see the booster just behind us.
Doesn't look good.
Certainly a different view than last time.
And at this point, we've essentially lost contact.
Let's start
with
looking
the
for
ship. We're
images
no longer receiving
from
telemetry at this
again
moment.
Pieces of
so
the
we were only
ship breaking apart
about
over the
20
Caribbean.
seconds away or so from the end of that ship ascent burn.
About
We
the
saw
same
several
time,
of the engines start to cut out.
When they
once you lose enough of those center engines,
7.
you're going to lose attitude control, and so we did see the ship start to go
that's not
into a
good.
spin, and at this point we have lost contact with the ship.
That's
so
it.
we're going to listen in for a little bit.
Pretty soon going to start seeing some
I think
images.
It's pretty obvious we're not going to continue the rest of
out
the
of,
mission today, but just give us a couple more minutes.
From the
We'll bring you more information
Caribbean,
as it comes in.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Oh my God, they gotta do something to fix this problem, because that's disappointed for them. Yeah. Yeah, now it's gonna blow up, guys. Blew up. Pretty soon gonna start seeing some images from... Let me see here. Yeah, just wait. You're probably gonna see some images from the Caribbean again, from pieces of the ship breaking apart. Let me take a look here, because the last time that happened, the flight over the Caribbean was disrupted. Some planes had to divert. They closed the airspace there, and I think same thing's gonna happen again. They gotta close some because of the debris, right? So let's wait for some images. So everyone is quiet there, and the SpaceX transmission. Okay. Pretty soon we're gonna start seeing some images from that ship breaking apart over the Caribbean. Yeah, that's the first stage. It's there. It was a successful catch back at the tower, right, at the launch pad, but the second stage was lost. It lost its attitude, engine failure, and it's gonna break apart again over the atmosphere. Let's see if I can... Let's see, I think we're gonna start seeing some videos coming from the Caribbean again.
All right, so coming back with you real quick. So can confirm we did lose contact with the ship. Unfortunately, this happened last time too, so we've got some practice at this now. We've got a lot of measures in place, like debris response areas where we coordinate very closely with air traffic control. We have a lot of measures put before we ever launch a rocket to make sure that we're keeping the public safe. Those worked last time, and they're actively in work right now. So Just to recap real quick, everything we saw, we lifted off right at the top of our window, essentially at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Booster was able to get us all the way up into space, made its way back here. It's sitting on the tower right behind us, our third ever catch. Starship ignited all 6 of its Raptor engines. It was just about 20 or 30 seconds away. We'll get exact times from the end of its ascent burn when we started to see some engines go out on ship. Eventually lost attitude control and then lost contact with the ship shortly after. So obviously a lot to go through, a lot to dig through. We're going to go right at it. The primary reason we do these flight tests is to learn. We have some more to learn about this vehicle, but we're going to be right back here in the not too distant future, and we're going to get a ship to space.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We fly to learn, and we're learning a lot. And as is the case with developmental programs such as the Starship program, progress isn't always linear. So at this point, we're going to close out our webcast for the day. But before we do, we'd like to give a shout out to our viewers, of course, as well as our partners, both here in here in Cameron County and around the world. Now, once we know more about the mission today, we'll provide you with updates on SpaceX.com as well as at SpaceX on X. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Showing the ship blowing, right? That's the images from the last flight. That's not the this one is one is from today.
There it is.
Right, the ship is blowing. Yeah, the transmission for SpaceX is about to end, but that's images of the ship over Florida breaking apart again. Yeah, you see the ship spinning, right? You can see the yeah, we saw that on the live transmission, right? The ship spinning. Yep, that's not good. They lost the ship. Let's see if we can find other images. Yeah, that's those images out of Florida, right? Again, you see the ship spinning. No signs of debris yet, but it's gonna break again, just like the yeah, that's latest pretty soon we're gonna start seeing more images there. Debris falling, right? Wow, look at this. Is that from today? I believe so. Debris falling. Let's replay that. I'm not sure if that is from today. I believe so. I can confirm, but yeah. Looks like an engine blew up. It looks like. What is this? Oh, it's a camera from the one of the monitors from the Starship headquarters there. People saying that the engine blew up. Maybe that was the cause of the explosion. More images. Yeah. That's not good, guys. Yep. I mean, it was a successful catch, but yeah, we saw that one already. Yeah, we saw that one. Yeah, pieces of the ship breaking apart. I hope everybody's okay. Let me take a look on the flight radar here, see what's going on. I think it might gotta have some flights now being affected by this for sure. Is that from today? Yeah, that's from today. That's images of the ship blowing up over the is that over the Atlantic Ocean, just past Florida? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's blowing up. Now we're starting to see some images from the ship breaking apart. Wow. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah. More images from the Starship second stage breaking apart over the atmosphere, coming down over the Atlantic Ocean. Hello, Lena. I love you. Yeah. Images of the see if we can find more images. Yeah, we saw that one already. That's when the ship start to spin and then it broke. Let's look for more. Oh, that one. Let me see that one here. Yeah, look at that. Pieces of the ship breaking. Oh, Lena, thanks for the 199 super chat. Love you. Thanks. Yeah, let's take a look. More images coming. Pieces of the ship exploding. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hi to us in the chat. If you want to help the channel with super chat, like Lena did, just send a super chat. Let's take a look at more images here. I'm researching for more views from the ship. There's another one. It's really hitting the water now, right? That's dangerous. I mean, let me take a look on the flight radar, see if have any issues with the flights there. Yeah, I believe we're gonna see more of these images coming up. Let's look for more. This is a long one, 3 minutes. Let's see. I think we're gonna see the whole thing coming apart. You see the ship spinning when the engine blew. I think it was an engine malfunction that causes the look at the big gas expanding in the atmosphere as the ship explodes. Right? See the expansion of the gases. And again, we lost the ship. These are images. Let's see. We're gonna see. Maybe let me go. Oh yeah, pieces of the. You see the pieces of the ship now breaking, right? Creating a beautiful. I mean, beautiful but dangerous sight, right? And as the ship explodes, oh, a lot of pieces. Look at that. That a big chunk of the ship there breaking thousands and thousands of pieces coming down really fast. Look at this, beautiful. Oh my God, it's beautiful, but again, another failure. Let's take a look on the see if we can find more. We saw that one already, but I'm gonna replay that one because this is amazing. Alright, let's see if we have any new images coming from X. That one we saw that already. Oh, this one I didn't see. Oh, that's a photo. Yeah, this one is the one that we just saw. Let's see this one. Haven't seen this one yet. Yeah, someone took this video from a boat, right? From the ocean. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's dangerous. Let me see flight radar again. I don't see any disturbances in the airspace right now. I see some flights. I think some flights are being diverted already. Look at this. This FlexJet flight. It was supposed to go to San Martin. I think they are. It's. Take a look here on the flight radar. Yeah, this flight here. It's diverting. Yeah, those you see the changes of changes on the track around the flight. This guy was supposed to go to Port Lamar. Now it's holding here. This one as well. He was going to San Martin. Now it's holding, right? Position there. This one too, right? This guy here now is still continuing. This one also it's holding, right? There. Yeah, there's been some flights being diverted and holding, changing. Yeah, this one here, the Caribbean is going to Georgetown. Now it's going to hold. This one is holding. Chicago to San Juan is holding. Right, this one is holding as well. This Delta flight is holding. Now it's diverting back to Miami. It's not coming. Oh, look at this. This Delta flight, right? It was supposed to go San Juan. Now it's coming back to Miami. I believe because of the breeze, they're closing the airspace there now. Yeah, a lot of problems now for the Caribbean. Let's see. This one, yeah. This one is diverting back, going back to Georgetown, right? Took off from Toronto and it's going to Georgetown. It was going to Puerto Plata. Now it's yeah, all the airspace over the Caribbean now it's being closed. This one here, it took off from Punta Cana. I believe it's returning back to let's see the altitude here. It's climbing, but it's holding. This one here, the British Airways going to New York. No changes yet. The Spirit Airline took off from San Juan going to Fort Lauderdale. I think it's coming back to San Juan. Look at this. It's coming back to San Juan because of the breeze. Yeah, a lot of the flights being diverted. This one from Punta Cana going to New York now is holding. This JetBlue was going to New York. Now it diverted. It's holding over Dominican Republic. Yeah, a lot of problems. Let's see. Let's take a look here on more videos. Yeah, the JetBlue, this one, let's see. Frontier Airlines from Punta Cana it was supposed to go to Chicago. Now it's returning. JetBlue from Puerto Plata going to New York is it's holding there. A lot of problems now in the Caribbean, guys. Look at this guy here. Sunwing was supposed to go to Puerto Plata. Now it's diverting to Georgetown. Yeah, we saw that one. This one, Miami to San Juan, now is returning. Look at this, it's turning back. Yeah, this flight, American Airlines flight 1364 was supposed to go to San Juan. It's returning. This, I believe this one here is going to return as well. The United going to San Juan. I think it's already turning. American Airlines going to Medellin. This one's to Miami. Look at this, Frontier Airlines supposed to go to San Juan. I was returning. It's turning back. Yeah, a lot of problems now on the Caribbean, guys, because of this Starship. Let's find more videos. Yeah, a lot of look at this. All those flights are returning back to Florida. The American Airlines, the United 701 going back. This one is turning back as well. I was going to Medellin. This one is already turning. This one it's continued. This one British Airways going to Nassau. No problems there. Southwest. Look at this. Southwest 3820. This one is supposed to go to yeah, this one is supposed to go to San Juan. It's turning back, diverting back to Fort Lauderdale. Delta Airlines had to turn to the right. UPS, this guy's gonna return. Everybody's returning now. JetBlue 2133. It's diverting back to Orlando. Was going to San Juan. Is coming back. All the airspace now over the Caribbean is closed. Delta Airlines from Atlanta to San Juan is diverting to Miami. Saba said, I hope flight will be okay, but not. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if as long as there's no damage causing like by the debris and everything is everybody's safe, it's just the hassle, right? Of the you have to return. Let's see what do we have latest here for videos. I don't see it. Let's take a look on this again. Yeah, that's the video of the ship spinning, right? Just right after the engine exploded. Okay, let's take a look at more flights here. JetBlue going to San Juan. It's still going, but I think they're gonna turn this plane back. Everybody's returning. This guy's returning. There's one. Delta. Southwest. Oh yeah, that's the United. Everybody's returning. American Airlines returning because they don't. The thing is that they don't know how long the airspace is going to be closed for, right? So and the planes, they don't have enough fuel, right? So it's better off to come back and land and then wait on the ground, refuel, and then once their airspace is safe again to fly, then they're gonna continue the flight. But right now it's problems in the Caribbean now. Bunch of flights being, I believe everybody's ground stop now in San Juan. Everybody's ground stop. No one is taking off, right? Everybody's in ground stop in San Juan. No one is landing. No one is taking off. Some small planes there, but those guys, they are flying schools. FedEx flight. Everybody is going to Aquadilla. There's one British Airways. I was supposed to go to New York. Is returning. I don't know where. Might be going back to either somewhere here in the Dominican Republic. As pieces of the Starship blew apart. Let's take a look if you can see more, if you have more images. Yeah, I believe we saw this one already. American Airlines. It's returning to San Juan. Yeah, I was going to Miami. It's turning back, going back to San Juan. This one is being diverted to Punta Cana. Coming back to Punta Cana. This one, JetBlue. Still holding there. Yeah, some flights are a lot of disturbances over the Caribbean now. Oh, look at this guy here, coming from Warsaw. He was supposed to go to Punta Cana. Now he's holding. Oh, look at this. This private jet, Global Express holding, FlexJet holding. This one, Plus Ultra, was supposed to go Port La Mas holding. This private jet here, NetJets, it's gonna start holding now. Until the airspace is clear, I don't think they're gonna let anybody continue the flight. And everybody else is diverting back. Yeah, look at that. What is that? Yeah, the ship is breaking. Let's see if we can hear the Miami Center and see what they see if I can hear the Miami Center. Homestead, Bimini. I want to hear. Let's see this one here. See if we can hear. If we can listen anything. Let me turn the music off. See if we can hear the Miami Center here, talking with the planes there. Let me see. Maybe we can hear also San Juan ground.
San Juan Mountain 7106, how do you hear? 7106, up. Just quiet, we're just checking in. That's pretty sorry, no, there's too many people here. Sure. Also holding a EO, currently at your 12 o'clock, 62 miles, Airbus, heavy Airbus 330 at flight level 400. 973, traffic, 12 o'clock, 60 miles. November 237, Bravo, Bravo, clear to the Mike Kilo Juliet Sierra, Port via direct Maxim, as filed. Maintain flight level 400. And Center American 917, request American 917, airspace is activated beginning south of Georgetown, Great Exuma, and extending to the southeast, impacting Providenciales and Grand Turk areas, extending further beyond and ending at the San Juan and Tierco FR boundary, just north of St. Martin. Stand by for individual instructions.
Yeah, it's close. Everything is close. This guy here, United 695. It was holding, was supposed to go to San Juan, but now it's diverting to Miami. British Airways, it's coming back, it's going back, it's holding there. Delta, diverting to Miami, Delta 1791. Now the thing is that they don't have enough fuel to go, right? This guy's returning this private jet. It's a Phenom 300. I don't have more information. Everything is ground stop now in San Juan. Tango, Juliet, Sierra Juliet. Yeah, a lot of disturbances.
Cold, do you want to stay on your previous routing? Affirmative, yeah, electric request direct to Gaxter, American 917. American 917, approve the request to direct Gaxter. Yeah, direct to Gaxter, American 917. Sunwing 388, clear to Veradero via direct Fundy, Foxtrot, Uniform, November, Delta, India, direct.
Yeah, we'll listen now to Miami Center. See if we can hear any. I believe. Let's see if we can see any more new images. Is that the moment that the ship blew? Yeah, that's the time. Oh, that's the moment that the engine blew, guys. Let's see the replay. Yeah, the engine. You see that the engine here on the bottom. Let me move my camera. Yeah, we lost that engine. Let me go back here. So yeah, so this is the time when this engine here in the bottom right corner of the screen, right there, it blew, right there, it blew up, and then the ship starts spinning, and then once it blew, it took out the other engines, right, the center engines, and then the ship starts spinning, and then it starts spinning like crazy. That was the moment that we lost the ship.
2109, cross ground, not above 3000, clear enough, runway approach. Number 7106, cross ground, not above 2000.
I'm listening to Miami Center. Yeah, those images of the ship blowing. We saw them. Yeah, it looks like the engine blew. I think that was the problem, like an engine problem.
American 1353, the airspace just did go cold. Do you want to continue to Miami?
Oh, let's hear. Yeah, some airlines are in ground stop at San Juan.
American 917, climb maintain, flight level 310. American 917, climb maintain, flight level 310.
What do you guys think? Not good, huh? This UPS flight still going. The Delta is returning. This is the Southwest. We saw that. That's diverting. Everybody is returning. Look at this. This JetBlue diverting to Orlando. This one is oh, this one came from Aruba. It's going to Newark. That one was not affected because it already passed. Right? This one too. This one. Yeah, some flights were lucky enough to just cross and then no problems. But this one, for example, this Frontier Airlines was going to San Juan, now it's diverting back to Tampa. This was not affected. This one is not affected. Oh yeah, this American Airlines was from Charlotte. It's diverting now to Miami. This American Airlines going to Miami. Let's see if I can hear more of the ATC. Miami Center.
Filming 5417, Cedric, note that. Aircraft at 330 taken. American 917 requesting 330. American 917, climb maintain flight level 330. 330, American 917. Sounds auto 7135, Miami Center. After maximum, clear direct at Duval, joining Duval 4 arrival to Miami. Frontier Flight 2216, Miami Center, proceed direct Octal. Sunwing 388, contact Savannah Center 124.55. Miami Evening Electronic 668 through 9,200 for 16,000.
Let's hear the tower at San Juan Airport.
Delta 981, Miami Center, roger. Miami Electronic 668 through 10,000 now for 16,000. Delta 981, I'll have a short couple for you shortly. Iconic 668, Miami Center, climb and maintain, flight level 210. Flight level 210. American 917, contact Savannah Center 124.55. 124.55.
Guys, if you're just joining us, there's big problems at the Caribbean now. Flights being diverted, returning to back to their destinations or to different airports because of the Starship that blew over the just was when it was passing over the south tip of Florida, and then it blew up, and then now it's causing a lot of problems at the
Delta 981, what was your original routing?
is this guy? Oh, now they're opening the airspace again, I believe so. So now he's going back to San Juan, the American. It looks like, because it turned right west and now it's turning east again.
Delta 981, roger.
So let's see.
Delta 981, originally your original route, was it over Fundy or Ursus, or what was the other point east of Maximum?
Yeah, it looks like things are starting to get back to normal because this guy was holding. It was diverted to Miami. Now I think it doesn't look like he's going back to Miami. It looks like he's continuing to San Juan. So it looks like things are getting back to normal. Let's try to find some more
X-ray Alpha, uniform whiskey, Miami Center, climb maintain, flight level 3.
images. Looks like that's the picture of the maybe the cause of the engine blew up. I'm not sure.
Delta 981, amendment to your route, advise ready to copy.
I mean, it's a beautiful sight, but
Delta 981, direct Ursus, uniform Romeo, Sierra, uniform Sierra, direct Bilsey, rest route unchanged, and climb and maintain flight level 370.
See if we can find more images. I think we saw this one.
648, Miami Center, have postal for you shortly. 310 or greater, 472 Quebec Sierra. 900, clear or not runway 8 uppers. 171.29 for you, clear direct ground.
Yeah, a lot of images coming up.
6139, go ahead.
That's here.
And last 6139.
About the airport. 472 Quebec here, clear direct radio.
Direct radio, 472 Quebec here. Yes, it's the same situation.
We have no any divert on the Dominicana and the San Juan as well.
The airports are not closed, but in order to get to those airports, you will have to cross through the debris restriction area.
All right, there's still problems going on there. You hear that? This is the San Juan Center that you're listening now. This is San Juan Control, right? San Juan Center Control, ATC, devising some pilots that the airport now is closed at San Juan, still closed, and some planes are diverting. But I believe, that, as I see here on the flight radar, that I see that some planes that were turning back to Miami, right, westbound, now it's turning back eastbound, and it looks like they are continuing their flight. This one, it was holding. This guy here, UPS still going. The Delta, there was looks like Delta was diverting to Miami. Now it's turning eastbound again towards Puerto Rico. There's one guy, this one here as well, the United 695. It's diverting now back to San Juan again.
The response area is no longer active. Stand by for individual instructions.
All right, looks like they are clearing the. Looks like they are opening the airspace again.
Able maintain 290 knots.
7106, weather 37 minutes, contact our DSR 124 for Yana 5, graduate. 3715, confirm proceeding direct Sato, actually clear direct Sato, then direct Iguero.
Sato, yeah, we are proceeding direct Sato, then Iguero, thank you, 3715.
Yeah, this Polish Airlines. It was holding. Now he got the clearance to continue. So it looks like the airspace is getting back to normal. Because again, it's fast, right? It's fast that because once the debris are down, right? That's it. That's no more danger. Oh yeah, looks like some planes are just took off, right, from San Juan. So it looks like things are going back to normal. The airport is open again. We have this Jet taking off San Juan. Yeah, this Air Canada just took off. Yeah, looks like everything is back to normal. Alright, I hope no one was hit, right? This Condor flight was holding. Now it's clear to go. The American Airlines. Yeah, poor guy. He was going to Miami, right? And then, right in the middle of the when he was going, now he has to return. Now he doesn't have enough fuel to go back to Miami. Now he has to land San Juan and refuel and then continue the flight. Big delay. Because he was going to Miami already, right? And then for some reason the ATC told him, hey, you need to hold or divert or to return back to San Juan because of debris, right? And now, once the airspace is clear, now he doesn't have enough. Now he doesn't have fuel, right, to continue the flight to Miami. So now he has to land in San Juan, refuel. Maybe I don't know if the crew is gonna be over his time limit, right? Duty time, and now they have to wait until tomorrow to. Yeah, it's big problems. That's the problem.
Now Boy 3479, 4000, climbing 10,000, direct to Coney.
3479, San Juan Center, climbing 35300.
35300, Boy 3479.
I want to see a replay of that spin again. Yeah, that's a still photo. It was, I think it was in the same moment, right? Same time from that they happened, right? At the same time that the Flight 7 blew up, right? Yeah, that's the image of the engine. They are stage 2 spinning. Yeah, it looks like the airspace is returning back to normal. See if I can find the replay here.
0263 Heavy, San Juan Center radar, contact 27 miles northeast Kika.
63, thank you.
Center, good evening, Natanada, slot 5772.
526, how are you doing?
You?
Fine, I'm glad to hear that it's all set up.
Yeah, everything under control now on this side.
Yeah. Alright, looks like everything is back under control. Yeah, once the debris are down, right? The debris are down. That's not much to do. It's just open the airspace again, and if you still have more, if you still have fuel to continue the flight, you go. If not, like the Spirit flight here that was going to Fort Lauderdale. Now I believe it's returning. I believe it's. I believe it's returning back to San Juan because there's not enough fuel to continue the flight after all that hold and descending. And once you descend, right, it's like you burn more fuel at lower altitude, and now you don't have fuel to continue the flight. Now you have to make a decision: either go to somewhere in the Dominican Republic or back to San Juan. I think the best option is to go back to San Juan, because if you go to land in Dominican Republic, now it's a hassle because it's an international flight. Not everyone in this flight have probably not carrying their passport because they are doing a domestic flight out of the US, right? Going to San Juan is domestic, you don't need a passport. And then if you land in Dominican Republic, now you have to have your passport on board. No one has their passport or document. It's a big problem. So it's the best option is to go back to San Juan because it's still a domestic flight, right? Yeah, the Frontier that was in Punta Cana is coming back to Punta Cana again. Same thing. Go back to the previous airport because same with the American Airlines. Go back to San Juan because it's still a domestic flight. You don't have to deal with the immigration and anything else. All right, guys, that's it. I think everything is back to normal. There was too bad, right, that the Starship blew again. But that's it. That's again, it's a test flight. That's what test flights are for, right? I hope the FAA is not gonna issue a fine to SpaceX because of this second disturbance over the Caribbean, right? That's bad. I don't have any more new images. Let's see, we saw that already. This one is the image of the ship first stage coming back. I mean, it's beautiful. And right at this moment, right, the second stage still good. The engines are, but then it was beautiful to see the ship coming back, but sad to see the second stage blew up. I think that's the moment that they this is the moment that they we lost the engine. Yeah, the engine blew. That is it. That's it. Let me go back. Right there. Let me move my camera. Right here, if you see on the bottom right hand corner, right, that's when the engine blew. And then once the engine blew up, it took out the center engines, and then the ship just went AWOL. Like that, there it starts spinning. Yeah, the engine blew.
Inside essentially the skirt area of ship.
Yeah, again, if you look here, the engine blew up, and then it took out the center engines, and then the ship just lost it. It looks like it was an engine problem. That's what, because you see the engine going, losing power, and then it takes.
Where you can see a pretty good view of all 6 Raptors, especially those 3 inner.
Yeah, that's it. It blew up. You see the plumes, right? The gas expanding, and then yeah, that's bad. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, let's see this one. I haven't seen this one, I think, over the goal. Thanks for watching. Again, let's wait for the next test flight, and see how it goes. I hope they can fix the problem, because it's the second in a row, right? That the spacecraft explodes, right? I mean, not a good thing, but let's take again a look on the replay. That's when the engine blew, and the ship starts spinning. Yeah, and once you go AWOL like this, start spinning, it's over. That's no way you can control. And I think I'm not sure, but I think they have the capability of exploding the ship. I think they can destroy, right, the ship to prevent more damage, because once they explode the ship on purpose, right, it breaks in a lot of pieces, so you're not gonna have big pieces of the ship like having a chance of hitting someone on the ground, right, causing damage or anything. So if you explode in the atmosphere, chances are that small pieces of the ship is gonna burn, right? Once it's re-enters, right? So I think that's, I'm not sure if it is, if it's that is the case, but I believe they blew the ship on purpose once you lose the control. Again, this is a beautiful view of the replay of the launch. Beautiful image of the drone. That was beautiful to see. Amazing. See if we can find any more new images. Yeah, that was old. This is old. This one is old. I don't believe I saw that one. Yeah, the small pieces they burn in the atmosphere.
Is it fireworks? Not fireworks.
No fireworks. The guy has no idea that the Starship just blew up. All right. Thanks again for watching. I'm gonna end the live stream here. It was great, and hope I see you next time for the next test flight. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for Johan for this being a subscriber, and Craig for subscribing. Mateus, thank you. Brumik, thank you for the subscribe. Jay Lee, who else? Thiago, Vega, Angel. Thanks, guys. Yep. See you next time. Bye bye.